So when you work with clients now, how do you try and help them think about these things, like either the slowing down, the appreciation, taking it slow, even if they might be take yourself back 10 years where you were at that in your journey. So people who are in a lot of pain or still new to it, like haven't fully, because it took me so long to wrap my head around, like, okay, I'm on a long journey here. And I, for so long, I'd be like, okay, the next thing, this is going to be it. Okay, the next thing, this is going to be it. So people, I think, especially in our modern world where everything is fast, lightning fast at our fingertips, we're just used to it. We're kind of trained that everything happens, if not now, by tomorrow at the latest. And the body, it's on a different timeline than modern technology.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, and because I can totally empathize with that space where, at the beginning you're so desperate, your body's in fight or flight, you want the answers now, you want relief. So I totally understand that space. And that space is, you're just kind of running off anxiety. Usually you're researching everything you can, you're taking in so much information, which is overwhelming. um, And yeah, so I have a lot of clients that come to me in that space, and they might have been on the journey for a few years. So they might be, I mean, I certainly came from this experience as when I had been on a lot of different cleanses, and I was having a lot of food reactions. I had experienced a lot of restriction in my life, and it felt like, I just felt so restricted in every way on my healing journey. So I have a lot of people that come to me that are just terrified of food. They don't know what to eat. And they've just kind of lost that connection to their body through, um, I think it's really hard to be present with your body when you're in pain. Like that is a protection in itself. Like the brain protects us from pain. So we do almost feel disconnected from our body because that's how we cope. So I work a lot with my clients on very gently ways of like using the nervous system tools and daily habits of slowly feeling more safe in the body. I really feel like that's the number one thing that really supports healing. And of course, that doesn't happen overnight. That can be, it can be a long journey. I feel like I'm still on that journey, right, of just feeling safe in my body. But I have tools that really help me. So that's one of the steps, is helping people feel more safe and more trusting in their body as well, because healing is much easier when we start to accept the symptoms. That's not easy, but accept that they're there, accept that they're messages from the body, accept that our body is doing its absolute best. So even awful symptoms are our bodies actually, that is usually the immune system. It might be in overdrive, but it is the immune system trying to do its best for you. It's trying to keep you alive, and it's putting all the energy into survival. So yeah, a lot of the beginning stuff with clients is working on that, like feeling more trusting in the body, building that connection, feeling safe. And I also encourage them not to research as much. Like, I feel like you kind of have to start trusting that your body knows what to do, and taking a bit more space away from researching every symptom, researching every treatment. I really feel like you need to kind of step back out of that very fight or flight energy. That's also a huge one, because your body, the nervous system, when it starts to slow down, like that is so healing for the body. But I know it can sound like the scariest thing to do, especially when you're in a space where you're like, but no, I need to heal. I need to do something. I need to do something. I need to do something. I'm like, okay, I know it feels like that, and it's going to feel like counterproductive, but a lot of it is helping my clients slow down and reconnect with themselves, because then any treatment we do is going to have much more benefits, and the nervous system will start to calm down. So hopefully, you'll start to feel more calm, more settled, and you'll be able to have more clarity if something's helping you, if something isn't helping you. So, yeah, it's kind of helping people just get into that space where I feel like healing is, it just flows better. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I know I when I was at my worst is when I did the most research, and it does. It feels like, oh, I gotta figure this out, um, which maybe makes sense at the beginning or someone who's not too far down that end. But it was totally true once my nervous system was just on edge and totally wiped. Then those behaviors they weren't helpful because there was a encyclopedia worth of symptoms to research. And especially nowadays, you get opinions from here and there and everywhere. And it just speeds up the whole, this wheel inside the nervous system just going faster, faster, faster. And you're totally right. Like it's very hard to heal and feel better in that state. I mean, at the same time, like I understood why I did it. I understand why people do it because they just want to get out of it. But that's why I love what you're saying because I think the more conversation we can have about nervous system or what's happening internally, the better, because it's not where people's minds go. It's not where our society is geared toward. Like I said earlier, it's very geared toward kill the bad thing, change, feel better in a week or a month at the longest, which great, I would love that too. But when the body gets to that point, there's a lot going on.